Hi and blessed Sunday, everyone. Today we'll be diving into phonology, the branch of linguistics that focuses on the sound system of language. Have you ever wondered why some words sound similar or why certain sounds doesn't exist in every language? Well, that's all related to phonology. Welcome to our learning adventure. I'm Roseline, and we will explore this topic together. Now, what is phonology? Phonology is a systematic organization of sound in languages. It also examines how sound function and interact within a language. Now, let's differentiate phonology versus phonetics. Phonology is a sound patterns and it is concerned with how the sounds are mentally organized and used in speech, such as the syllables, intonation, etc. While phonetics is a physical sound and that includes articulation, acoustic properties, and how they are perceived. Now, bear in mind that the basic unit of phonology is the phonemes, the smallest sound unit that can change the meaning of a word. Example, bat and pat differ by just one phoneme, the B and P. On the other hand, allophones are variations of a phonemes that don't change the meaning of a word. For instance, the P sound in spin and pin sounds, slightly different but still the same phoneme. Finally, phonology also studies suprasegmental features like stress, intonation, and rhythm. This aspect influence on how we understand meaning and emphasis in sentences. A shift in intonation can turn a statement into a question like "you're going" versus "you're going." Now let's proceed on these phonological rules. Phonological rules describe how sounds change in different linguistic contexts. These rules help explain variations in pronunciation within a language. And understanding of phonological rules is crucial for linguists and language learners. Now, let's proceed to the types of phonological rules, and we have here the number one, assimilation. Assimilation is sounds become more alike or a neighboring sound. Example, impossible and impossible. Another one is deletion and insertion. Deletion is happen when a sound is dropped often in fast or casual speech, just like for example that word soften. Insertion is when extra sound are added between others to make pronunciation smoothen, just like for example hamster to hamster. Now, we also have here the dissimilation and metathesis. Dissimilation is the opposite of assimilation. This happens when two similar sounds become less alike for easier articulation, while metathesis refers to the process where two adjacent or close sounds in word swap places like ask and axe. Now, why is it important for us to have these phonological rules? This is the key to understanding sound changes and even the language evolution. And now let's proceed to our last topic, the varieties of Philippine English. Philippine English is a unique variety of English spoken in the Philippines. It developed due to American colonization and continued influence. It combines elements of American English, Spanish, and the local languages. Now, here are the key varieties and features of Philippine English. First is the pronunciation and features of Philippine English. For example, the vowel simplification of sheep and sheep. This become less pronounced or neutralized, and this phenomenon is particularly noticeable where the difference between the short and long vowels may be reduced, causing both words to sound quite similar. Next, the grammatical features of Philippine English. Unmark the past tense, she already eat. In standard English, that is, she already ate. But in Philippine English, she already eat. The past tense may be sometimes unmarked, especially in the informal speech. This occurs when the verb remain in its base form, even when referring to the past action. Now, we have these regional varieties of Philippine English. In Cebuano English, the happy becomes happy. In Ilocano English, the water becomes water. These regional variations reflect the influence of local languages on the pronunciation and sound patterns of English in the different parts here in our country. Now, last, vocabulary in the Philippine English. We have this word salvage, which means kill in the Philippine English. And we have this combination of the Tagalog and the English. And examples, traffic na and let's make kwento. This characterized by a blend of standard English words and unique terms that reflect the country's cultural and linguistic diversity. In conclusion, the varieties of Philippine English are not just that they represent the vibrant culture, history, and identity of the Filipino people, but we are the first one who would always benefit from this. And we should always be proud of this rich culture. Now, I'll give you a practical guidance on the topics of phonology and varieties of Philippine English that we could give to our learners. Number one, we have phonological awareness activities and incorporate varieties in teaching. And there are a lot of practical guidance that we could get from our sources. And all we have to do is that we just have to be creative on this aspect. Now, why is it important for us to learn about phonology and the varieties of Philippine English? How do these topics relate to our everyday lives? Mhm. We must continuously improve our communication to nurture harmonious relationships and to cultivate a deeper appreciation of our cultural identity. And remember, everyone, that learning is a lifelong adventure. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop growing. Thank you so much, everyone, and hope you learn a lot of us this morning. God bless.